All right, Ginger, thank you. Turning now to the weather. Cedric, we've got a good bit of moisture moving in.
Yes, you know what they call this? Yes, they call it the atmospheric river.
The atmospheric river.
Can you just imagine a river in the atmosphere?
Okay.
That's kind of the idea.
Paints a picture.
Yeah, there it is. It paints a picture, and that's what we have heading our way. But before we get to that, I wanted to quiz you a little bit because, I know you love those quizzes. Hey, you remember, we had 3 consecutive different things in the sky. What was that?
The moon.
Oh, okay. You remember the names of them?
Harvest.
Okay. Which one was that?
There was like cold ice one, and that was our last one. Blue. I don't know.
So we had the harvest moon, as you mentioned. That was October. Remember the harvest when the first frost freeze happens. Right. Then in November, we had the beaver moon. Yes, there you go, the beaver moon. And so now we're dealing with the cold moon.
Oh, I basically got 2 out of 3.
Almost, except
I got a B.
There you go.
I'll take it.
Let me show you the cold moon because, even though you were off on the timing, here's this. This is the cold moon. Doesn't it look cold? Because it sure was cold last night. Yeah. We had temperatures dipping down in the single digits, teens and 20s out there. So, yeah, it has been a chilly one for us, but that is our cold moon. Now, we had some clouds out there earlier, but those clouds kind of cleared a little bit, and we were able to see that moon rise. Thanks to Scott Taylor for capturing this wonderful time lapse in the Magna area as that moon went through. All right, now let's get to the big story here for you, and that is our approaching winter storm, the first significant winter storm to move across northern Utah as we go throughout the next really 3 days or so. We'll have some impacts from this system, and it will kind of come at us in different waves because it's an atmospheric river of moisture, so we'll get waves of moisture coming down that flow. And as it does so, it just continues to impact us here, primarily across northern Utah. At times, it'll dip down into central Utah, but if you're in southern Utah, it looks like you are going to miss out on the precipitation part of this forecast. All right, let's talk about those snow levels again, because, again, this afternoon into tonight, these snow levels are going to be down to the valley floor. So that means any of that moisture that begins to move in on the leading edge as we go throughout tonight into tomorrow morning will likely fall in the form of some snow. We'll have some snow around along the Wasatch Front, even along the valley floors here as we get towards your Friday morning. And then as we get into Friday afternoon, those snow levels are expected to rise as that milder air with that atmospheric river moves into the area. So snow levels are up into the upper benches by Friday afternoon, and by Friday night, we'll likely be closer towards the mountains. But still, for the mountains, we're looking at an all snow event heading your way. So as far as any travel impacts, I do think the greatest travel impact along the valley floors, so the Wasatch Front, is going to be tomorrow morning. That's where we're going to have the best chance of seeing some snow and maybe some light snow cover, even on some of the roadways, elevated surfaces, bridges, and overpasses. So we'll watch that for you very closely. Make sure you give yourself some extra time and check in on the weather and traffic tomorrow morning because I have a feeling it may be impacted a little bit. By the time we get into your Friday afternoon and evening commute, though, I'm getting at the yellow light. I think we'll still have some slushy roads around the benches, but I do think as you get down towards the valley floors, it'll just be some wet roadways, and that'll be the case going into your Saturday as well. But again, the benches and up into the mountains, it goes from slushy to snow-covered roads at times, so be careful. All right, here's Futurecast. Time it all out for you with this high pressure again as it slides in and keeps us dry today, but we'll see those clouds increasing into the afternoon. The snow just to our north in the Idaho, but by the time you get into this evening and tonight, so as you're getting ready to head to bed, we're going to be looking at increasing light snow, I think, from Cache Valley down towards the Ogden Valley into the Wasatch Front, maybe as far south as Utah County there, and then that light snow will continue right on into your Friday morning. So that's why overnight into Friday morning, we have the best chance of picking up some light snow accumulations along the I-15 corridor in the Wasatch Front. The timing for the morning commute could be a little interesting, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. I think we'll get a little bit of a break during the middle of the day Friday, and then Friday afternoon for the afternoon commute, here comes some heavier moisture. So we'll get some valley rain, some benches and mountain snow coming down, and then those snow levels really rise heading into Friday night, and that's when I think it's just some heavy valley rainfall. But also look at that dark blue, some heavy mountain snow. And I think that's where we're going to pick up most of our major snow accumulations across the northern mountains here. That'll be Friday night into Saturday morning, and we'll have off and on valley rain and mountain snow at times throughout your Saturday. And some of this may still kind of continue to go on as we head into your Sunday as well, as it is a atmospheric river. So therefore, it's going to be a very juicy system, and that means we've got a lot of water coming to northern Utah. How about this? About a ½ inch to as much as 3 inches of liquid moisture coming down. So in the valleys, that's going to be mainly rain. But again, for the mountains where it's all snow, oh, that's going to add up quickly, folks. We're talking about the potential of 1 to 2 feet for our northern mountains, 12 to 18 inches for the central mountains. Even the benches in the Wasatch Back, the benches could see anywhere from, I'd say, 3 to 6 inches. And you get over towards the portions of the Wasatch Back, how about 6 inches up to maybe 8 inches? And even again along the Wasatch Front and the valley floors, maybe a trace up to 2 inches. So maybe our first official measurable snow at the airport. All right, otherwise, we got a winter storm watch out for the northern mountains and the western Uintas for all the snow, and we could have some impacts. In fact, we've got this as a level 3 strong storm showing up here on the storm impact scale. So that means expect travel impacts here, especially for the higher elevations here as we go throughout your Friday, right on through your Sunday as well. There could be some significant delays if you're trying to get to some of those ski resorts this weekend. So please plan accordingly. St. George, we got you in the 50s here over the next several days, right on into the weekend with a few extra clouds arriving Friday into Saturday, but it looks to stay dry. The Wasatch Front, temperatures near 40 this afternoon, but get ready for some snow tonight into tomorrow morning, then some rain and snow Friday afternoon, and then valley rain and heavy mountain snow throughout the weekend. Alyssa?